back, everybody. Give it up for Louis Cato and the Late Show Band. Y'all are sounding smooth. Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Smooth as melted butter, baby.
That is a emotional lubricant you guys are spreading over there. Fantastic. Fantastic, man.
Well, folks, you know, it's almost the 4th of July, and that means one thing. Your local fire department gets to blow the hands off a bunch of dummies. But it's also the time for celebrating what's great about this country. And I happen to love America's small towns, which is why we do a segment here called Community Calendar, where a guest and I talk about actual events that are actually happening in that guest's actual hometown. And we get to celebrate great places you don't hear enough about, like Mishawaka, Indiana, or Stillwater, Oklahoma.
What about my hometown, Stephen?
What?
West Newbury, Massachusetts.
Won't you please? John, oh my gosh. There you go. Please have a seat. What a wonderful. I'm sorry, what's your hometown?
I was thinking maybe we could talk about my hometown of West Newbury, Massachusetts.
Wow.
Hey!
John Cena, star of the new movie Heads of State. Wait, how can such a large man be from such a small town?
Good question. That's why I had to leave, Stephen, to make room for more people.
Well, I'm glad you're here, John Cena, star of the new movie Heads of State, because it's time for West Newbury, Massachusetts Community Calendar. Welcome to Community Calendar, your source for what's happening in and around West Newbury, Massachusetts, and the greater Essex County area. Joining me is native West Newburian John Cena.
Thanks. Thanks, Stephen. And as we say in West Newbury, it's Newbury nice to see you.
So true. Now let's get to some actual upcoming events going in, on, and around the greater West Newbury region this summer. On July 18th at Newburyport Central Congregational Church, it's developing a psychic sense, a one-night class. How can you learn to be a psychic in one night? If you knew, you wouldn't need the class.
Of course, on July 12th at 10 Industrial Way, there's an archery course for beginners. And for everyone nearby, a great day to wear your thickest jacket.
On July 8th at the Memorial Library, it's fortune telling for teens, where teenagers can learn tarot, tea leaf reading, and palmistry. Sure to be a hit, especially with teenage boys who often spend time alone practicing their palmistry.
On Saturday, July 5th, head over to Rockler Woodworking in Salem, New Hampshire for beginner spoon carving. And if you think you're too good for beginner spoon carving, you can go fork yourself.
On June 25th, Willow Springs Vineyard is hosting a workshop to help families create an estate planning strategy called Sips and Signatures, Wills and Trusts. It's the greatest combination of intoxicants and legal documents since last month's meth and mortgages.
Next, on July 27th, get ready for Old Fashioned Sunday with plenty of good old family fun, including a potato sack race. One of the few times it's good to finish first in the sack.
Up next, the Roosevelt Center for Advanced Aesthetics will host a course on mastering the art of neurotoxin injections that will take place on the night of the 4th of July. Because what better time to practice the precise placement of poisonous needles into someone's face than when there's guaranteed to be a lot of liquor and sudden explosions.
On July 6th, Pipestave Hill Equestrian Area will host the Pipestave Hill Horse Trials. Hopefully, we'll finally find out if that horse murdered its wife.
On July 20th, baseball fans can watch the Newburyport Clam Diggers take on the Portsmouth Rockinghams. Remember, they play an old-timey version of the game using 1864 rules. So gloves are not allowed, players pitch underhand, and women are not allowed to vote.
And finally, on July 27th at Bartlett Mall, it's the Yankee Homecoming Cornhole Tournament. Don't have your own cornhole equipment? No worries. Players may borrow a set of bags, though you are encouraged to bring your own hole.
Well, that does it for Community Calendar for West Newbury, Massachusetts, and the greater Essex County area.
And as we like to say, I'd rather be in Essex County than no sex county.
We'll be right back with John Cena.